Hello, I'm Old Man Cuber, and welcome to episode 0 of the beginner's method for solving the Rubik's Cube. Today, I'm actually reason this is episode 0 is I'm not considering it part of my 6-part series. It's actually going to be like 8 videos, but this is the one that's going to be the introductory. The main core of the videos is going to be the actual methods that the different stages that you will go through when you're solving the Rubik's Cube. Or yeah, it's not necessarily Rubik's anymore. The Rubik's is still a brand, it's out there, but these are clunky. They're stiff to turn. It's this one can get painful, especially trying to do it speed quickly. It just doesn't work, which is why I have a few of these. So that being said, let's get into a little bit of the history. The Rubik's Cube was originally invented in 1974, so I can say that I'm officially older than Rubik's Cube. It didn't first come out as a toy or a mass-produced puzzle until 1978 in the UK, and then global distribution started in 1980. I do remember when these came out; they were fairly popular. I think parents, I'm not blaming them. Of course, I kind of did the same thing. Thought these were great to what they call STEM now. It's still new to me, but it's basically it's a toy that makes you think and learn. My thinking and learning was basically it involved around outside the box. My method of solving these, and I'm not actually going to go through the whole thing, partially because it's already solved, but it was and I even thought it cheating back then, was to pop a corner off, disassemble the whole cube, and then reassemble it, solved. So yes, it was outside the box, not how it's meant to be solved. It's not meant to play the puzzle, as is. It'd be like playing Monopoly, but buying two copies of it and stuffing all the cash from one copy in your pockets, so that when you started playing with everybody else on the first copy or edition, you'd be able to say, "Oh, I got all this cash here," and buy everything, and yeah. So it just cheating. So I knew it then. But that being said, the Rubik's Cube itself is, and this is a standard that World Cubing Association, I'm still trying to get if it's strictly enforced or loosely enforced, or if it's left up to the competitions. But my understanding is that all the cubes and most cubes that you buy come this way, where it's white. The white face is always opposite the yellow, and actually just to kind of keep the same on the rotations. So the white face is always opposite the yellow, and this one flipped. And then as you see, green is always opposite blue, and then orange is always opposite red. And it's fairly much this is the common pattern. I actually have a Rubik's Cube shirt or a cubing shirt that shows a cube like this. Actually, the shirt is like this, and it's titled. It says, "I'm a little twisted," so which kind of fits me. So hence me being the Old Man Cuber. but that being said, in terms of the history, the orientation of the cubes, I didn't get into solving cubes, actually solving them the appropriate way, until my son got me into it. About 4 months ago, he started getting into solving Rubik's cubes, and it was like, well, if he could do it, why can't I? And I mean, because I'm like 5-6 times his age, and I'm not even going to go into the maturity level. But that being said, so I was like, why not? If he could do it, I could do it. And you can, the saying, you can teach an old dog new tricks. So I did, and I started watching, and of course I went where everybody goes when they need to figure something out, how to fix this or how to do that, or YouTube, right? And here we are on YouTube. But one of the things that I struggled with was a lot of the cubing videos that were out. They were all established cubers that have been around for a number of years, have been doing it for a long time. And I was like, well, let me show you how to do it. And so there were some assumptions and some things that ended up, I felt like got left out, or that I saw was missed, or wait a second, you went through that too fast, kind of thing. So I figured, why not, with me being a fairly new cuber, why not go from that perspective? As I get along, grow in my cubing, my methods will be well documented here on YouTube. I actually have my first taking my son to, or hopefully we still have to register to our first cubing, or our first competition in December. I have to remember be online at 8 o'clock or 8:30. I'm sorry, this Thursday evening, so that we can register for that and get that going, because the last one that we were possibly going to try and get into, which would have been in October, the enrollment for that filled up in 30 minutes. So it's like, and I couldn't get in. So, but that being said, that's why we're looking at getting into this. But so on the cubing, I'm gonna real quick just cover some basics that cubing terminology that'll help a great deal. One of the things that the cubing community has kind of established as a standard is a notation in terms of cube moves. When you actually go to a competition, and I've seen this on YouTube. When you go to a competition and your cube goes back to be mixed, they actually have a instruction code, if you will, which is basically a series of moves that they go through to mix the cube, and then you have to solve it. So that being said, let me jump into that real quick. It's one thing that's easy to remember is clockwise versus counterclockwise. And everybody starts with, a lot of the videos, they start with the R, which is right. But and it's all, so it's all from the face, or from the front of your face. That's the facing, what's facing you, not the top or the side. The R is on the right side. So in this case, right is R, left, actually that was left, is L, U is the top, D is the bottom. I think I set that the wrong way, or no, I set the U the wrong way. Yeah, that's U. That's right. And then this is D, and then you have the last big move, or last two big moves are F, which is for face, and then B for back. So, and it's all clockwise. So if R is this way, it's R is always clockwise, L is always clockwise, and you notice that the L is going the different direction. It's the motion of the spin that's important in terms of whether it's clockwise or counterclockwise. So R being the R side spinning clockwise, that's the R side spinning clockwise. The L side spinning clockwise is the L side spinning clockwise. So that being said, now I have this graphic right here. Actually, I think I'll put it over there. Yeah, right there. The graphic right there is a good thing to keep in mind. One of the in terms of the beginner method, the moves that you'll need to keep in mind are you've got what's considered they've referred to it as the sexy move or the right hand algorithm. And then there's the left hand algorithm, but the right hand algorithm is basically this. Okay, it's R, U, R prime, U prime, and that prime is counterclockwise. So that's, and again, it's R, U, R prime, U prime, and if I just do it 4 more times, boom, we're back at the beginning. That's something to keep in mind if you're working a solve and you do a right hand algorithm and you messed it up. Wait, where was I? I don't remember where I was. I only did it once. If you just do it 5 more times, it gets you back to the beginning. And then the left hand algorithm is actually, it's a little different than the right hand, because right hand starts clockwise, left hand starts counterclockwise. So you've got L prime, U, L, U prime. And there we go. One of the reasons why they refer to the right hand as the sexy move is because it's often and I kind of see it as a right-handed thing. If you happen to be a southpaw or a left-handed individual, you can actually probably do it better with the left hand. It's just because the right hand, it's a lot easier to, the right hand dominant. I happen to be ambidextrous, sort of. My right hand over the years has kind of taken a dominance because that's how I was trained, but that's another story. So and now I might eventually put that one up on a different channel. We'll see, probably not. So that being said, right U or R U R prime U prime is the right hand algorithm, and then L prime U prime. Oh wait, I just realized I did that wrong. L prime U prime L U, and then I do it 6 more times, and boom, done. So left-handed is, right-handed is, I'll put it up over here. Right-handed is R, U, R prime, U prime. And left-handed over here is L prime, U prime, L, U. So that being said, those are the 2 algorithms that you really need to keep in mind. The only other move that the beginner method really utilizes is F. There's a couple points where F is used in conjunction with and also F prime, in conjunction with a left-hand or right-hand algorithm. A lot of that will come up. I'll be showing some of that in my the bonus episode 7 at the end. But 1 through 6 again will be the beginner method, the actual layers. Episode 1 is the cross, the white cross. The episode 2 will be the corner pieces, basically finishing the first layer. Episode 3 will be the second layer. Episode 4 is going to be the yellow cross. Episode 5 will be solving the yellow side. And then, because we're solving the yellow side differently than we will be solving the yellow side differently than we do the white side, there's one last step, and that'll be episode 6. They call it the permutation of the last layer, or PLL is what it is. And there's kind of a fun method for beginner to really get into it. It helps you kind of give you the illusion of speed cubing. It's kind of fun. But like I said, on a speed cube, it's great. On this one, that PLL kind of, after trying to crank this thing, it starts to get hot and stiff, and it's like, and so my hands really hurt when I try to solve the end of it. So that's being said, we'll go ahead and wrap this up and get into the actual cube solving. But if you like this video or like the concept or want to see anything, any others, go ahead and click on the like, and then subscribe, and click on the bell to get notifications when I upload new content. And if you have any comments, feel free to comment, and I'll try to get to them when I can. I don't know what that's going to look like, because, well, I'm fairly new to YouTube, so, figuring I'm older than YouTube too. So, yeah. Anyway, thank you, and I'll catch you in the next one.